Welcome to Countats. In this quick lesson, I'm going to show you how to retrieve the registration documents for your company from CIPC. Remember, this is for companies that are already registered and you just want to retrieve the registration documents again. So maybe you're asked for core 14.3, for instance, and you'd like to retrieve it and you don't have it anymore in your system or in your computer. Then you can come here to CIPC and you can retrieve the registration documents. Or maybe you've changed the address or you've changed some details, or the director has changed, and so you want to get the new document with the updated details. Here's how you go about doing it. So if you've registered the company already, then this is for you. In this particular one, I'm not showing how to register the company. I'm just showing how to retrieve the registration documents. Now, you can either come to the CIPC website, meaning the older website, which is where I am right now, or you can use BIS portal, and I'm going to show you both. So let's start with CIPC. So I'm going to put in my customer code and my customer password. If you don't know what your customer code is or your customer password, then you may not have registered for an account with CIPC. So you can click here on customer registration, and then you will be able to get your registration details once you are done. So you'll have your customer code and of course your password, which you will have created. Okay, so if you already have it, you put in your customer code, your customer password, and then obviously you put in the captcha here. So I'm going to put it in, and then I click here, tick to accept CIPC terms and conditions, and then I will click on login. All right, once I've done that, it's going to log me in, and then we'll take the next steps. So once you log in, it's going to show you all the companies for which you are a director. Okay, so you can see here on top we've got home, transact, and cut. So you want to click on transact. So once I've clicked on that, it brings me to this second page where I can now select what I want to do. Okay, so what I want to do is to retrieve the registration document. So I'm going to click here on certificates and disclosures. Once I've done that, it brings me to this page where I can select what I want here. So I want the incorporation documents, meaning the documents that I received when I registered the company. Or remember, if you've changed any details, whether you've changed directors or the address of the company, then it will be updated once you retrieve it. Okay, so I'm going to click here on incorporation documents. Now, once it brings me to this page, there are two options that you have here. If you're not the director of the company and you'd like to retrieve the registration documents for someone else, maybe you are retrieving the registration documents for your client or for someone, but you are not the director, then you'd have to put in the registration details of the company here, or the registration number rather of the company here. So remember, that's the year, and then it gives you the 6 digits, and then if it's a company it ends in 07, for instance, you would have to put those details here. But remember, if you're not the director of the company and you are requesting the registration document of that company, you will be charged 30 rand. So you need to make sure that you add your balance here, all right, to make sure that you have a positive balance. And I'm going to show you in another lesson. You'll find the link in the description below of how to add a balance. Maybe you want to register a company, or you want to change the name of the company, or you want to retrieve the registration documents for a company that you're not a director. But we're not going to do that here. So here I've logged into this profile, I'm retrieving the registration documents, so I'm going to click here on expand. Okay, if you click on expand, it shows you all the companies for which you are a director, and then you can select which company you want to get the registration documents for. Remember, if you're the director of the company, you click on expand. You don't have to pay any fee. There's no fee that is charged. They will just send you the documents. But if you're not the director, then you go to the second option that I showed you here, where you'd have to pay 30 rand, which will go from your balance if you've already put your balance onto your profile. Okay, so now I want to retrieve the registration document. So I'm going to select that particular company that I want to retrieve the registration documents for. So I will click on one, and then once I've done that, I will click on generate certificate. Okay, so I've selected the company that I want to retrieve the documents for. If you're a director for just one company, then that's the only one you can select, and then you select that one. But if you're a director for a couple of companies, then you'd have to select that. And you can see here, it's brought me to this page telling me that the documents have been sent to my email address. So the requested document or certificate for enterprise or tracking number has been queued to be sent to, and it shows your email address in red. That means that it's already in my email address, or I just need to wait for a few minutes and it will come into my email address. That is how you go about retrieving the registration documents for a company or for another company if you are requesting it on behalf of someone else. Hope that was helpful. If you've gained value here, please consider subscribing to our channel, like this video. Till next time, cheers.